the D7 chord with a sharp 11 or flat 5 on the 1, 4, 5, 6 string family. The sounds in general, the family that we'll be looking at in terms of general sounds will be that chord. So even just a D chord here, an A, D, F sharp, and a G sharp, or a C, D, F sharp, and G sharp, resolving, of course, to a G, or actually 3 others. So resolving to a G, resolving to an E, resolving to a B flat, of course. Also resolving to a D flat. So there will be 4 resolution points that we'll talk about, but the important thing is that these chords, these D7 chords, come from an A minor major 7 type sound or an A minor 6 sound. So for instance, A, C, F sharp, and G sharp, resolving to G, of course, you know that, and again resolving to D flat, whatever, resolving to B flat, resolving to D flat. Okay, but the chord, this is A, C, F sharp, G sharp. It could be A, C, G sharp, and B, resolving to G, either one. Now this can also be A, E, G sharp, and C. So we're just thinking purely in terms of the minor major 7 on A, and it resolving. The many other resolutions, it can actually go to a B flat chord as well. B flat, F sharp, C, and D, either one. This kind of standard B flat chord. Now, there's voice exchange here as well. So we can have the G sharp and the A flip-flop. That's fine. Also, this A can move to B. So now we have B, E, G sharp, and C, which is a C major 7 with a raised 5th, which of course substitutes for D7. We voice exchange, C, E, G sharp, and B. Move the G sharp to F sharp, and we get this major 7 flat 5 kind of sound on C, but again, sounds like a D7 with a flat 5, and of course that resolves to our D or G, either one. Okay. Also from the C7 sharp 5, major 7 sharp 5, we have an A flat 7 with a sharp 9, which is part of the D7 sound. Sounds like a 13th. C, F sharp, G sharp, and B. And of course that resolves nicely to D flat, or it resolves well to G, resolves well to E, either, and of course to B flat as well. That sound goes really nicely to a B flat chord. So any of those resolutions are fine. Moving along with the D7, we also have the possibility of the C major 7 sharp 5 here, C, G sharp, B, and E. The E can move to D, and then resolve to G. So those sounds are certainly possible. The C, F sharp, B, and D, which we said was permissible before as a regular dominant 7, but it's all part of that family. Even if we reach back, C, F sharp, B, and G sharp, resolving to G is fine. Resolving to B flat is fine. Resolving to E is fine here as well. And of course, resolving to the D flat is okay too. All part of the same family. Now moving up, we have a D, G sharp, C, and E. And we can add an F sharp on top, of course. And that comes from this D13 type chord that we covered. So D, B, C, and F sharp. And then resolving. Okay. Okay, so resolving to a G chord. Also, we can take that formation and go backwards. So F sharp, B, C, and D, the 13th chord. And we can put a flat 5, like we did here. Same formation. F sharp, G sharp, C, and D, resolving nicely to a D flat. We're resolving, of course, to the G chord. Or the E chord. That resolves well to an E major. Pardon me. And it also resolved well to a D flat. Now additionally, we can stretch further. If we're okay with it, D, B, C, and G sharp, resolving to G. Okay, so any of those are fine. Moving up, F sharp, C, E, and G sharp, which is from the F sharp minor 7 flat 5 type sound, part of the A minor sound. And we did that. We can do that back here as well. And that will, of course, resolve nicely to the G. G, D, E, F sharp, G, D, E, A, or B. So either one of those is fine. All resolutions that work. Or you can voice exchange the F sharp and the G sharp. So now you have G sharp, C, E, and F sharp. Nice resolution to a G chord, so that works. Okay. Or a straight A minor major 7. So you have A, C, E, and G sharp. And of course resolving to like a D flat chord is. So F, D flat, E, flat, and A, or maybe G on top or B flat on top. Those resolutions all work well. Those are great sounds. Also resolving to the E major, E, A sharp, D sharp, and G sharp. All good resolutions. So you can hear all the resolutions to E from the D chord. And you can hear the resolution to B flat from that chord. You can hear the resolution to G. And of course you can hear the resolution to the D flat chord itself in that position. So in summary, D7 with a 13th and an augmented 11 comes from the A minor family for us. So F sharp minor 7 flat 5 type chords certainly apply here. A minor major 7 type sounds apply here. C major 7 sharp 5 sounds. And also A flat 13 sounds with a sharp 9. There's a good version. A flat, C, G flat, and B. Resolving to E, C rather. Oh, sorry, G. A flat, C, G flat, and B, resolving nicely to G major 7, augmented 11, or sharp 5, whatever it is. And the A flat can resolve to the D flat. The A flat then will resolve to an E. And the A flat will also resolve to a B flat, no problem. And that sort of encapsulates the D7 with the flat 5 or sharp 11 type sound on 1, 4, 5, 6.